We are young in age. I assume everybody here is under 40. We are young in potential. I assume people here do multiple work. Some are content creators, software engineers, data analysts, and we have potential. Yet, the older generations spend time telling us we lack focus. We cannot be patient. We are all looking for something that we cannot get as fast as we should. But maybe that's not the biggest problem. The problem is we are not taught how to be disciplined. And how do we test it in an environment like Nigeria where patience is always being tested? Being patient seems like you are losing. You are not in. You are a mumu, basically, as you guys call it. And this is a crisis bigger than poverty. As I mentioned, when we talk about Africa, we always talk about poverty. But poverty is not our deepest issue. One of our deepest issues as a youth is short-term thinking, right? We lack the ability to think ahead, far ahead. Instead of thinking about days, we should be thinking about decades, but it's not something that we are taught again. This is something that happens mainly because we are in a society where we don't actually reward long-term. We don't reward things that take longer than it should. We reward things that we can see today. And that's something that we learned not from ourselves, but we learn from our leaders. And I will get to that in the few times. And the question now is, why is the traditional ways breaking? Why what we are taught is no longer working? One of those reasons is because we are told as a kid to save. We are told to wait. We are told to plan a long term. But that only works in a working system. We are not in a working system, unfortunately. This is not just a Nigerian problem. As I mentioned, from Benin Republic, we also have the same problem there. So in Nigeria today, patience, as I mentioned, can feel super expensive. Whenever you are making a decision, you have to think about what the next person will do. If you don't take that opportunity, somebody else might take it, while that might not be the right opportunity for you at that time because you don't have the resources, you don't have the skill set to do it. But being patient, taking time to learn and be able to get there feels too expensive for you because you need that money now. So you make the wrong decision. Again, talking about Nigeria, inflation, as you guys know, can eat up your money very fast. You get a raise, but rent is increasing. Grocery is increasing. Everything is increasing. In the technical world, let me say you get a 200. You go from 200,000 to 250,000 as a raise, but the cost of your life goes from 200,000 to 320,000 naira. Did you get a raise? Not really. You got poorer because now you need more money to carry on. Talking about why the traditional system still doesn't work, spending money today makes more sense for us than waiting to spend later. As I mentioned, we are in a society where everything goes fast. My friend has a car. I don't have a car. What should I do? Get money to get a car. That way we can be on par. But my friend is going through some things that I have no idea of. My friend maybe spent times to learn things that I have no idea of. But what do I see? He has a car. I need a car, so I should get a car. Whatever means necessary, I should get a car. And that's what we are taught in our society. In Nigeria, there's this sentence I learned: I should not carry last, or Nigeria never carry last. But sometimes carrying last is the best thing that can happen to you because it gets you time to learn, it gets you opportunity to experience new things. And talking about carrying last, that's what leads to, I guess, everybody, probably some people here, thinking about leaving the country, the exodus of the youth, aka Japa. And why are people leaving? Some people might say for dignity, yes. For opportunity, yes. For safety, because I'm a foreigner. When I come to DC, fortunately for me, I'm from Benin Republic, so there's no difference. But when I bring some friends here, they don't feel that safe walking around as they should because we are in Africa, we are in West Africa, we are West African, we should be safe. So as a youth, when I think about certain things, unfortunately, I cannot make them happen in my own country, so I have to come to your country. Even in your country, there are certain things I still cannot make happen in your country. So maybe in a few days, I will have to go back to Paris because that's the only place I can get certain things done. That should be the case because I believe as an African, as a young African, I should be able to do anything I want in my own continent, in my own country, just like other youth are doing in the world. So the whole point is when we get to that point, if I wait, my feeling is if I wait, I will lose, as I mentioned, and I cannot lose to my friends, I cannot lose to my neighbor, I should do something, which is also another problem. So as the question about people living, the thing is also when people live, it's not just me as a being physically that is living. I'm also living, my emotion is gone because now I'm no longer attached to Africa. That's not true, I'm still attached to Africa. But it happens to some of us when we live, we no longer care about Africa. The emotion is gone. We no longer believe, but if we stop believing, who will believe? Who will come and fix it? Because as I mentioned, the old generation will be gone soon, and it will be just left to us to take care of our own and take care of Africa. So when a country loses his strongest believers, which are the youth, there's nothing else to be done because the foreigners will come, the foreigners will take over the country, and they will do good things with it, trust me, and we will be left outside looking in. The question now is, who should we blame? I guess we blame the leaders. That's the easiest part. But leadership failure, that's a real thing, we know, but we cannot keep doing that. What can we do? We should now get to a point where we realize that short-term thinking is not just an individual problem, it's not just me. It's something that is in every corner of the society. The lower class, what we call the poor people, the middle class, maybe myself and yourself now, the upper class, the politicians, the so-called leaders, they all have short-term thinking. When a poor person has an issue with another poor person, they don't think about solving the problem for themselves as a community or as a society. It's me versus you. When a politician sees a way to make money, the way they will make the money is not about you or them, it's just for them. And same thing in middle class. When I get a new gig, I might just keep the gig for me instead of sharing the knowledge with my people. So it's not something that is just for the leaders, so we can blame the leaders all the time. It's something that we have to blame. It's a conscious or a collaborative problem that we need to fix. So how can we move forward to do that? That's why I wanted to talk about delayed gratification, because for me, it's personal. I delayed a bunch of things to be able to be here. I'm here today because I decided I need to delay certain things. As a teenager, I decided, oh, when I get to this age, 30-some, I don't want to be just like my parents. Well, they are doing good, that's fine, but I want to be established. I want to be able to travel the world, meet people, and do nice things. And so I delayed things. I worked for free. I delayed money so I can learn. I didn't do those just because I don't want money. That's not what I'm saying. You need money to pay for your flight. But certain times, the experience is what brings you money. More experience means more money. And to get that, you have to delay getting money now. So that's why I worked for free. I still don't drive a car. That's weird, just because at that time it didn't matter to me to drive a car. What's more important was how can I learn? And that's why you can see I did a bunch of internship. Sometimes it was paid, sometimes it wasn't paid, but that was a decision, a sacrifice that I decided as a youth to take. And thankfully, today for me, it's working. It might not work for everybody, but hopefully it can work for everybody. That's why, for me, it's personal, but it's not individual. It's not like just me. It's something that we have to do all together. Because delayed gratification is not just blind decision that you make. As I mentioned, feel like when I do it, people will look at me as a foolish person. It's strategic. You have to delay the right thing. You don't delay the wrong thing. You don't delay going to school, or you don't delay taking a voluntary work. Sometimes you can do it. Sometimes you have to delay partying. I'm not saying I didn't party. I partied a lot. Don't worry about it. I literally have a degree in my room that says King of Dance Floor. But that degree is right beside my engineering degree, which I got like earlier than my friend. That time I had earlier, that's why I was able to start up Skylar Labs. So I had at least a semester to do that, and so I could do that, and that propels me to this place today. So it's not really about money, it's about growth, it's about learning, it's about sharing, and that's why we love TEDx and TED Talk, because we are able to share amongst ourselves. And what does that delayed gratification lead to? At least I will talk about my own side. It allowed me to travel, as I mentioned, like almost all the continents. It allowed me to learn almost 7 languages, while some other people can still not even learn 1. It allowed me to go to Y Combinator, work to Paystack, and today, as the host mentioned, now we are working on Bujeti, which is one of the best SaaS in Africa. But that's what delayed gratification meant to me. To you guys, I don't know what it will mean. I don't know what you guys have to forfeit or put aside to be able to reach your goal. But just think about it as in, doing that doesn't make you look foolish. It doesn't make you look stupid or nothing. Sometimes I worked at some places, I didn't talk. I would just listen. Whatever they say, I just take it in. And now I can apply it. It didn't make me a fool. It just made me maybe, quote unquote, a bit smarter than the rest, because I didn't have to talk, because I didn't know any better. So that's, I don't know what it will mean for you guys, but it's something I want us to agree on today when we live here, is that sometimes carrying last is not bad. Thank you. My name is Achille Arouko.